Welcome back. It's time for some more connection events now. We're starting here with an unexpected hobby. I passed by Bermotti's on my way back from shopping for car parts at Bradley's. Looks like he's up to something. Should I drop by? Yep. What's he got going on? Van's group decided to take a short break. Everyone split up so they could spend their free time as they pleased. Yo, what's all this now?
Welcome, Van. Are you interested in this sort of thing?
Tarot cards, huh? You reading fortunes? Oh, yes. You know, I used to dabble in tarot card reading back in my hometown. The urge suddenly hit me. So here I am. Oh, your hometown, huh? Don't think you've ever told me about your life before Remiferia Medical College. Yes, well, I mean it when I say I but dabble. After college, I gave myself to a different hobby altogether. And tell me, you're talking about... It's definitely what you're thinking, making cocktails. I started because it reminded me of the compounding I studied in pharmaceuticals. But then I fell down the rabbit hole, putting my feelings into the flavor of the liqueur, each and every drop changing fate itself. It was intoxicating. And then one day it came to me. Pharmaceuticals and tarot reading had something in common, really? Memory serves, you won a bartending competition back at home in Remiferia after you graduated? Then you came out here to the Republic and ended up with your own bar. I'm glad you remember all of that. So what gave you the sudden fortune-telling itch? I suppose I was feeling a little nostalgic after getting in touch with some folks from back home. Though, like I said, I only ever dabbled in fortune-telling. I know someone much more in tune with the cards than I am. Oh, do you? No, you look pretty legit to me. What are you doing a read on exactly? And why is one face up? Oh, nothing in particular. Just all kinds of things, really. Shall I do a reading for you? We could look into your fate. What the hell? Give me your best shot. Yeah, one was upside down before. Well, face up before. Gotta say, surprised you're into this kind of thing. Guess there's still a lot I don't know about you, even after all these years. Sure, that goes for the both of us. Who doesn't have a secret or two of their own? I know young maidens certainly do. But now that I think about it, we've already known each other for 6 years, haven't we? In fact, it's past time we took our relationship to the next level, don't you think? Huh, yeah, sure. Wasn't it Dingo introduced us? I think I started supporting you back when you were collecting intel. Indeed you did. And it was thanks to you that I managed to get a leg up on the competition. I have to hand it to Dingo. He certainly introduced me to one hell of a man. Getting him to play matchmaker was the best decision I ever made. I was still a total newbie at the time. I swear you and Dingo really exaggerated my abilities. Oh, you done? I am. First, let's examine your luck regarding work. Number 10, the Wheel of Fortune. As you can probably tell by the name, it represents fortune and change. As for what I can infer from the card, some sort of milestone, perhaps? You'll reach some sort of conclusion in your career. It will ultimately only be a single step. Let's say that's an accurate estimation. Well, that's good to hear. Better do what I can to make that reading reality. What would you like to know next? What about your love life? Who knows, we might learn something about the two of us. Not happening. I don't know, read whatever you like. I was hoping we could choose, maybe. Would have been interesting. Keep saying you only dabble, but you seem like a pro to me. Ever consider opening a fortune-telling joint? I bet you'd make some waves. Honestly, I wouldn't want my fortunes to mislead people into doing something rash. You know how it is. There are a lot of folks who would Let one reading dictate their entire lives. I like to avoid that kind of responsibility. And I'd rather not be swamped with who knows how many customers. I get it. Changing people's lives can be a lot of weight on your shoulders. Doing it for fun makes more sense. Honestly, I'm much happier when people take my readings as food for thought. Just something to keep in mind. But as true fortune telling can provide a glimpse into fate itself, people determine their own futures. At the end of the day. Okay. And done. Number 20. Judgment. On a general level, this card refers to resurrection, or a change in standing, so to speak. I think in this case, the change bit is most relevant. So you're saying there'll be some kind of change in my position or relationship? Yes. Don't believe it would necessarily create a visible change, but I think there will be an effect on you yourself, where you stand within someone's heart. You know, for all the complexity, this seems pretty abstract. Now, this is just my reading. Like I said, it's simply something to keep in mind. Yeah, I'll do that. And I won't let it control me too much. Triple dot. You think I can read the cards? Oh, me oh my. Suppose it wouldn't be all that difficult to teach you. But why the sudden interest? It's just dawning on me how much little I actually know about you, despite our history together. Figure it might be fun to do a reading for you, if possible. Consider it returning the favor. That does sound fun, doesn't it? In that case, I'll give you a loving primer. I think I get the gist, but this whole reading thing isn't clicking for me. Seems to me like capturing an image of fate from the card you draw requires a ton of experience and skill. Oh, you can leave that to the person you're reading for. What really matters is the futures you can envision from the card's illustration, from your own perspective. See, kind of reminds me of my sense of smell. Let's see, this is the reverse devil. If I remember right, represents ridding oneself from vicious cycles? So what I can sense from it. How do I put this? You're aiming for something? You're planning to make me aware of something important. When that happens, the meaning behind this reverse card will become clear. That's the vibe anyway. My, how profound. What do you think? How do you feel about that read? It's true that I'm striving for something both as a bartender and as an information broker. If that does happen to intersect with your current concerns, then perhaps I'll be able to guide you, both for my own sake and yours. Alright. Looks like you just gave me the runaround, but whatever. If it comes to it, I'll be counting on you, bud. After that, the pair became more excited about Bamotti's fortune-telling than expected. Why? And Bamotti continued to read all kinds of fortunes for Van regarding his friends, sweets, and other things. Oops, ended up sticking around longer than I planned. Gosh, I got a little too carried away myself. How about we make this the last reading? Sounds good to me. Let's see. How about you look into the day after tomorrow? You mean the rocket launch and all the surrounding drama, I assume, and Anya's birthday. Now that sounds like a fortune worth reading. Let me take a look. Finished. Do you see something interesting? Yes, but I'm a little surprised. This is the reverse death, revival, recovery, and new developments. I believe this implies that considerable hardship awaits, but this danger will be overcome and brought under control. And in the end, somehow the plan will be a success. That's what I can see, anyway. Hardship, huh? Maybe some engineering problems? Makes sense considering this is the first manned rocket launch in history. No, personal. It's more personal. Just because they got rockets up there twice before doesn't mean they can afford to let their guard down. But hey, if it works out in the end, it's all that matters. Indeed, especially considering someone's life is on the line. But I know she'll be able to handle it. It's gotta be Anya's, right? Or are you referring to Hermes? Right, let's just believe in Hermes and wait for her return. I feel it's pointed towards Anya's. And when she does, we should all celebrate. Damn right. Nah, I'm feeling it's Anya's. Van left the cafe and bar shortly thereafter, and then he met up with his friends and resumed work.
I'm sorry for lying, Van.
What did you get? What did you get?
But I didn't want my reading to lead you astray. I hope you won't think less of me for it. Reversed, the world card represents imperfection, but I can't divine anything further. I guess there are limits to fortune telling.
Reversed world?
And since I can't see anything, I suppose that means we require a little insurance.
Reversed world? Oh my. Oh me, oh my. Gonna have to look up the meaning on that at some point. Anyway, let's go over to another connection event. Ooh. I looked up like a reversed world and what it means. It's a feeling of incompletion. Feeling of incompletion, but specifically the stuff I've read up online, it points out towards that you've reached the end of a cycle and you haven't got the tools necessarily to proceed onwards beyond the end of that cycle. So, the incompleteness. Ooh. Ooh, that's interesting. But also the other aspect of it could just be very literal. A reversed world, go back in time. Reversing the world. It's like, ooh. Ooh. Interesting. Anyway, we're heading over to Rosette's now. Art appreciation. Rosette is interested in an exhibition at the Museum of Modern and Contemporary Art in Chardin. Since it's raining, we might as well spend some time appreciating art. Van's group decided to take a short break. Everyone split up so they could spend their free time as they pleased. I really do enjoy art museums. They're so quiet and solemn. It's something of a unique atmosphere. I hear you. I don't stop by much, but I appreciate the vibe. Seems like you're a big fan though, yeah? Oh, yes. I've appreciated the arts for some time now. Before I had this body, though, I could only visit exhibitions virtually. This might even be my first time seeing one in the real world. Well, seeing as this is a museum of modern and contemporary art, you can expect some pretty unusual stuff. Interesting how they've portrayed the names there, like it's on top of text. Doubt we'll have time to see everything, but why don't we start with that special exhibition? Shall we? The young sculptor, Mehmet Zidane. Talk about unconventional. His art appears to focus on scathingly satirizing the problems of modern society. Taken together, these pieces represent the hasty development of the Republic. Huh? Sorry, this stuff's a bit over my head. Well, I won't say I completely understand myself. Still, the longer I look at this work, the more I feel myself being entranced. I guess I can kind of understand. It's like the heart of the piece is pulling you in. Felix Lalonde, a metal artisan I see. He created these pieces using processed scrap metal. I'm sure it took some real skill to make these, but man, are they abstract. Again, looks like DNA. Or potentially timelines overlapping, and the lines between them are you jumping between timelines? You know, I'm just looking for anything within it, but maybe that's me seeing that in it because of everything going on with this story. His work reflects the landscapes he imagines in his mind. He went out of his way to use scrap because he wanted every bit of rust to be full of meaning. For example, the gradation. They say that like... So obviously it's a gradient. It's like gradation of the rust here is meant to represent fading hope and mounting despair. Sorry, something about rust? He's completely just not paying attention. Kitty! And last but not least, Kisara Christia. Oh, Christia? Could be that. This one here is supposed to be her latest work. Amazing. It's just like she just threw her rawest impulses against the canvas. But there's something about it. You're right. It draws you in, but it's somehow... Anyway, why don't we check out the rest of the museum? Yes, let's. Even if we won't have time to see everything, I'd love to look around. Van and Rosette explored the museum and its permanent exhibitions. After a quick tour, they returned to the lobby. That was wonderful. Though it has left me feeling exhausted. Makes sense. It was like we just marched through the artist's mind. Honestly, most of it was beyond me. Don't worry. The specific field of art is filled with creators who don't subscribe to established forms. Removed as their pieces are from traditional art, it's quite common to find split opinions. But perhaps that's why the artists can pour their soul into their work. They don't need to adhere to fixed notions of what it is or isn't to be art. Seeing a handful of pieces that really resonated with me makes me glad I could visit it in the flesh. You kind of brought this up earlier. You said you experienced things before you had a body, right? Like appreciating the fine arts? Yes, all of the images and models might have been simple data. Still, I found art enriched my soul. It's what helped me to first understand what it means to be moved. You don't have any memories of who you were before you were like this, right? I recall you were about 14 when you came to... Of course, that age was simply Marduk's estimation, based on the condition of my brain and my body when I came under their protection. Ah. When I woke, my conscience was already connected to Marduk's system. I had no memories, barely even a body, and no idea as to how I ended up that way. When I realized the state I was in, my mind almost collapsed due to the stress. Meeting Mirabelle saved me. She was still just a brand new concierge back then, only 17 years old. She fervently helped me with my rehabilitation, and before I knew it, she had become my stern but cheerful friend. You can mourn what you've lost later. Regardless of how you are, there's meaning to your being alive. Scolding as her words were, found them healing. In the end, through my virtual education, my mind finally stabilized. I had quite an educational commensurate with that of a Sunday school graduate. Virtual education, huh? Didn't realize that kind of thing was already being implemented. If that's the case, then I have lost all my memories in the truest sense. Or are they just locked? You know, regardless, that same VR system is what allowed me to learn about all sorts of varied cultures and landscapes. And that by using it, I was taking a journey of self-discovery, so to speak. Even still, I haven't yet found more than a fragment of the memories that once belonged to me. Please, don't worry about me. Again, based on the words there, she could actually be older than we think she is. So it's like, what's the time frame of what happened to you? Please don't worry about me. I am truly happy as I am now. Mirabelle's words back then gave me a whole new perspective. Being here allows me to help all of you. That alone fills me with pride and joy. Although, I must apologize for being so useless yesterday. Yeah, why that? I plan to work even harder so that I can be of more help in the future. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried about what happened, yeah. Useless, you couldn't be more off the mark. Besides, you're not the only one who wants to help. This ain't a one-way street. Wrong way! Down a one-way street! You've saved my arse countless times, both in the office and in fights. You've gone above and beyond your job as a concierge, acting as a full member of Arkwright Solutions. To be honest, you're so integral to our operations that when Aaron says you'd make a better leader, I'm inclined to agree with him. Please, have more confidence in yourself. Look, what I'm trying to say is, I'm happy you finally opened up to me about yourself. I can't guarantee that we can get your memories back, but I don't see the harm in looking for clues where we can. After all, got connections and our work takes us all over the place. Ah, don't give me one of those "why do all this for me" spiels. I'm just paying you back for all the help you've given me up until now. Besides, could be your hometown will end up having some awesome sweets too.
Mr. Arkwright. You're right. In that case, I shall gladly accept your help. And one day, if I get my memories back and have the chance to visit my hometown, then I would love to show you all around.
Oh yeah, I'll be looking forward to it. Afterward, Van and Rosette left the museum. Once they met up with their friends, they resumed work. Just trying to think, if we like add this to like other theories we've got going on with Rosette, the idea like maybe she's from a previous loop, like maybe she went to some kind of safe space but it wasn't too safe and she ended up coming through to this loop, this new world, so her hometown doesn't exist anymore. Or it'll be a different version of the same hometown. Because it depends how similar the loops would be, is the question. But they have to have some similarities, I imagine. Especially if things are falling through the cracks, so like the influence of the previous loops will remain into these loops, and into this loop especially. So there'll be some elements that are similar, which means either it's completely different, or it's very, very similar to previous loops, which means, based on what she said there could be a younger version of Rosette or an older version in this loop. So let's keep an eye out for someone with blue hair. That may not be the case, because it depends how much of her survived, whether the blue hair was something Marduk gave her or something she already had. Just I've got to see like that may be a signifier. Keep an eye on it, is what I'm saying there. Keep an eye on it. Like it could be her, for all we know. I doubt it, but you know, could be. Anyway.
What's next?
What's next? Hometown friends. Katra. Some of Katra's Sunday school friends asked him to show them around the capital, but he seems stressed about where to take them. The capital's my home turf, so maybe I should lend him a hand. Indeed. Van's group decided to take a short break. Everyone split up so they could spend their free time as they pleased. Hey everyone, long time no see. Oh, been a while, good to see you, Katra. Thank you for coming to get us. And sorry for reaching out so late, last minute, yes. Is this guy the boss you told us about? Yeah, this is Van. I asked him to help me show you guys around the capital. Yo, nice to meet you all. Katra told me you guys came here to check out the college open campus. Must be hard work, seeing as you've still got time before you got to worry about graduating. No, not really. Honestly, this is mostly just an excuse to travel. Yeah, but open campus is already over, so we're hoping to sneak in some sights before heading home. And we figured it was the perfect chance to meet up with you. Then I better make sure to show you guys a good time. If possible, let's refrain from making this just a tour of the city's sweets. I thought he was going to say sewers for some reason. I don't... Huh? Oh, sure, totally. I swear, you have such a one-track mind. Now I'm kind of worried about what you have planned for Anya's birthday. You have planned for Anya's birthday, haven't you? Of course I have! But it's not like I'm not interested in sweets. Even though it's drizzling, I still like to do some sightseeing. Yes, we don't really get to come here all that often. Alright, you can count on me. I'll take you to all the best spots in my awesome pickup. I was going to ask about it. It's one of Ingert's night breakers, right? I saw one at the motor pavilion before. It's wicked, as the kids say, yes. Oh, you got a good eye, kid. Makes sense considering you're from Basel. You know what? I could fill you in on what I've done to customize this bad boy while I drive. Thanks, but no thanks. Feel like it's gonna happen anyway. Wow, this place is so classy. I know, right? I wanted to check it out ever since I read about it in a magazine. Apparently, the person who designed it graduated from the Basel Institute of Science. No wonder it feels so familiar. It's cool how they fuse the two styles. Not to mention, the tea here is to die for. You folks must be exhausted, so I'll say we grab a drink before we get back on the road. Yeah, the teas with some pancakes. And you're in for a real treat. I fancy some pancake now. Oh, I forgot eggs? No. Ah! Damn it. No way we can kick off this tour without indulging in. Come on, Van. We've barely started the tour. You won't hear any complaints from me. It's got me curious about the sweets here, to be honest. What about you, Ketra? Got any snacks to recommend? Oh, well, whenever I come here to work, I get... Wow, this movie theater is just as spectacular as I'd heard. And they're even showing the new movie. You never get these flicks at our tiny theater in Basel. Cities really set themselves apart in interesting ways, huh? We probably need improved infrastructure before we can get more movies in Basel, or better yet, an improved orbital net. We have a movie theater. You're right. Once streaming tech improves, movie theaters will be a thing of the past. There they go again with all their technical terms. Once they start, there's no stopping them. Well, since we're already here, can we catch a movie you want to see back home? Oh, hello. I want to see the things. Ah, you're standing in the way! Well, we're so high up. If only it wasn't raining. Though I have to admit, it adds to the ambience. Catcher, come on, take a look. No, I'm good. I've been here before anyway, so... Oh, don't be like that. The fun is in looking together. Come on. Like she's standing right in the way of like the thing I want to see. The one with the blue waistcoat type thing. Well, what do you think? Rain. Just a lot of rain. The view's really nice. Glad we all got to see this together. Right? Nika never was one to take no for an answer. That's part of what makes her so charming. Say, can we see your office from here? Sure, I don't see why not. It's only drizzling. Should be somewhere in that direction. We didn't get to see the 8 slots around there. Ah. I'm glad everyone is enjoying themselves. You've got some good friends, Ketra. All 3 of them. But did you really need me to tag along? Wouldn't it have been better to have some time alone? Oh, no, not at all. I'm grateful that you came with us. To be honest, I've been pretty anxious about today. It's been so long since I've seen them. Take it something happened? Sort of. It's mostly my fault. Even before I was aware of my surroundings, I was being brainwashed by the cult. It's only after Gran took me in that I was finally able to start living a normal life. That's when I finally started interacting with the world around me. Found myself plagued by insecurity. I struggled with my feelings because of my body, neither male nor female. Found myself wanting to look cool in front of girls and getting bashful whenever Essie hugged me. Then I'd just be as fascinated by strong men, their indomitable spirits. Even my precious friends became the targets of my confusion. The 3 of them have so much that I don't. So proud to call them my friends. That eventually led me to asking myself, what am I? You're Ketra. Just being around them started making me feel awkward and embarrassed and eventually even guilty. So you distanced yourself from them. Doesn't seem like you had a falling out, at least. Well, we did still meet up on occasion. But I think they can sense the wall I've built. To be honest, I was surprised when they said they wanted to meet up while they were in the capital. Headpat. Aren't you overthinking things? Nobody needs some big important reason to hang out with their friends. You don't want to talk, Van. From the sound of it, you made Elaine and Kincaid worry plenty after avoiding them for so long. Yeah, well, I learned my lesson over the last year. Besides, I think your friends know that you've changed. They may not know exactly what went down on Nemeth Island, but I'm sure they recognize that you've found some answers for yourself. Friends notice things like that, even if you don't tell them anything. Is that how it is? Yeah, I guess you're right. Hope so anyway. And so, after finishing the tour, the time came for Billy and the others to head back to Basel. Phew, can't believe it's over already. Time flies when you're having fun, huh? Thanks for everything, Ketra. You too, Van. I'm the one who should be saying thanks. Yeah, I barely did a thing. You had better come home every now and then, Ketra. Not just for work. She's right. Everybody at the college, in the artisanal district, and at the Verne Company wants to see you. I'll do my best. Hey, guys, there's something I haven't been able to tell you. I've been hiding that Ketra, it's okay. You don't have to force yourself. Save it until you're ready. You always kind of knew you were struggling with something. Something that we probably can't help you with. But that doesn't mean we won't still be your friends. Yep, you don't gotta force yourself to lay everything bare right now. We're friends no matter what. Honestly, today's been kind of a relief. Yeah, you've gained so much confidence I almost didn't recognize you. And I'm sure it's because you came out here to the capital and have Mr. Arkwright and the others to watch your back. Yeah, you're right. And I'm immensely proud of that. I'll make sure to drop by the next time I'm home. We can hang out just like old times. Heck yeah, we'll be looking forward to it. See, wasn't I right?
You were. Thanks, Van. For everything.
Haven't done a thing. Oh, Ketra, I almost forgot. Good luck with the whole streaming thing. Yeah, I love watching your streams. If you ever want ideas for outfits, I'll be happy to help.
Huh?
It's like, how did you know? Like, well, it's you.
Huh? Wait, hold on! How did you know it was me? Which streams have you seen?
Jeez. After that, Van somehow managed to calm Ketra down about his friends figuring out his online identity. And then they met up with the others and resumed work. I like that it's just a passive like, yeah, mate, you're our friend, we don't care. Like, you do your thing. You enjoy your thing, mate. This isn't a problem. But it's so passive how they did it. It's like, yeah, whatever. Whatever, mate. You're our friend. You do what you want to do. It's cool. Like, what? I love that. Love that. Right. That's not what I want to do. I want to go to a visit from a chaperone. Got a message from some woman who wants to come say hi. Apparently she's from the same village as Shizuna. Came all the way to the capital to see her. Can't help but feel like this is going to be trouble. Oh, yeah. Van's group decided to take a short break. Everyone split up so they could spend their free time as they pleased. Come on in. Doors open.
Pardon the intrusion. It is a pleasure to meet you, Sir Van Arkwright.
Sir Van Arkwright.
I am Kaede, Lady Shizuna Rem Misarugi's attendant. I am deeply grateful that you are giving me your time today.
It's interesting this is voiced. At the others, they have a little bit at the end, but this is like from the beginning, like we're a go. It's nothing. Surprised you came out here in all this rain. Feel free to take a seat. Triple door. I'll get you some tea. So you're younger than Shizuna, right? Seems like you got a good head on your shoulders. And more importantly, Sir Arkwright. Would you happen to know where the princess is? She's supposed to be... have been waiting here. Ah, about that. She fled, didn't she? Sure did. A few seconds before you came in, believe it or not. What's up? You've been fidgeting for a hot minute? Really? I think I've been perfectly normal. She wouldn't get nervous just because someone from her home was dropping by. Alright, sorry, Van. Tell her I said hi. Huh? Out the window. Yep. Wait. Like a hare, she fled, and without my even noticing. I would expect nothing less from the princess. She truly is brilliant. You seem real used to this kind of thing. Didn't think she'd have a weakness like this. Yes, even a princess is no match for her attendant. Oh, the princess and I have quite an affectionate relationship. Still, I have had to steel myself in order to deal with her slovenly behavior. All for her sake, mind you. She would run away whenever I looked after her, so I would have to hunt her down, only for her to escape again. But that's love. Sounds like you gotta be one tough cookie to serve a princess. Yes, she can be a little troublemaker. Now, what am I to do with the present I brought for her? As I'm unfamiliar with the capital, I imagine searching for her is going to be quite troublesome. Not to mention, I must be leaving soon to attend to other business, so my time is limited. Worst case, I bet she'll be back when our break ends, but, well, since you're in a hurry and all, I can help you out. Could say I know my way around this city. Are you sure that's no trouble? Not at all. You haven't seen each other in a while, and I did promise to help you meet up, so... Plus, this is a chance to pay her back if you get my drift. In that case, I humbly accept your assistance, Sir Arkwright. It is time to capture our runaway. What did I sign up for? And so Van and Cade began their search for Shizuna. However, as soon as they began their pursuit, Shizuna noticed them with her unclouded eye. For the average person, apprehending her would normally be impossible. So, However, thanks to Cade's experience, they were able to keep up despite Shizuna's eye. Combined with Van's sense of smell, it closed in little by little. Until eventually...
It has been quite some time, Princess.
Oh wow, long time no see, Kaede. Imagine bumping into you here.
Imagine. Just where do you think you're hiding? Anyway, I can't believe we actually found her. It's something else. I have your sense of smell to thank, Sir Arkwright. I should know better than to face you in a game of hide and seek. Every time I'd escape your scoldings, you managed to find me and bring me back. I would only ever scold you if you were skipping work or wandering off, Princess. You must behave appropriately, as one who shoulders both the Ikaruga and the Black God. The chieftain and matron have trusted you with this vital role. Yeah, sure, but I feel like I'm handling myself pretty well. Besides, I only forget about the mission sometimes, since the world is just so full of fascinating sights. As both samurai and ninja, freedom is the Ikaruga's privilege. Don't you agree, Van? Don't you realize how much of a pain in the arse your freedom has been? Sometimes you're our enemy, sometimes you're my ally, sometimes you just barge into my office. and steal my sweets. Oh, look who's over there. Well, that aside, I can't say I expected you to come all the way out here at a time like this. Figured you were going to lecture me for Kuragane or the matron. Seems like I was wrong. Is it something urgent regarding the plan? I'd like to keep my morning open if possible. No, it has nothing to do with that. The operation has kept you from the village for some time. And there's something I simply had to get to you. Now then, let us make our return to the office. I will get things ready at once. Oh my. Jelly donuts. The graininess and fresh smell of the steamed rice combined with its perfect stickiness and incredible saltiness. How can this be so delicious when all you did was roll up some white rice into a jelly donut? Simply used rice harvested from the village and mixed it with natural salts from the Far East. Tell me, Princess, how does it taste?
It's super delicious. Your rice balls are on a whole nother level, Kaede.
Looks like a small brain.
When was the last time I had one of these? I never thought I'd be able to eat one here in the Republic.
Thought you might be longing for a taste of home. I am ever so glad I was able to deliver these to you. We know not what awaits us beyond the summit of our current assignments. So I could not help but be concerned for you, even if you are a divine blade. Kaede. But perhaps I need to not be so worried. It would appear you have someone who is willing to stand by your side. I wouldn't say that. But I guess that even if she's a headache and a half, you still saved my bum. Paying her back is the least I can do. You really feel that way? Sir Arkwright. I know the princess can be a handful, but I hope you'll continue to look after her. Look after her?
I swear, nobody stands a chance against you, Kaede. But hey, you don't have to worry. I'll pull this job off without a hitch, so you just wait for me back home.
I will. For as long as I must. Now then. I also brought umoboshi, katsubushi, and fried miso rice balls, so please help yourself. Not long after, the rest of the gang returned to the office and enjoyed some rice balls. And after seeing Kaede off, they returned to work. Was that it? I expected more with that one for some reason. I mean, it's Shizuna, I just expected more. Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna be ending this part here, and in the next part we'll see about that 4 SPG down there. Ta-da for now.